What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Special Edition Mods Weekly. It's been about a week since the last episode of this series. I seem to be doing these relatively bi-weekly at this point because Skyrim modding has slowed down a bit following the initial release and hype of SSE. Regardless, there are still very good mods coming out each and every week, and that's what the series is all about. We have a pretty diverse bunch of mods in today's episode, ranging from armor mods, some lighting mods, and even some weapon mods, of course. If you guys do enjoy this series, I encourage you to consider subscribing, or if you want to just support the channel, you could leave a like or a comment on this video. Due to YouTube's new algorithm, that's just one of the best ways to promote videos nowadays. With that being said, let's just jump straight into it. So the first mod I do want to show you guys is going to be the Nordic Wanderer equipment. This is a mod originally by Billy Rowe, but then was ported over by Elysian Mods to PC. What this is going to add in is basically almost an HD version of the kind of steel armor or some of the more basic armors in Skyrim. It is a totally standalone armor, but it definitely seems like there is a lot of inspiration here from some of the other armors in the game, which I actually really like. It's like almost like a mix mash of a high quality version of all those armors. It does include an armor set itself, as well as a cool custom sword that actually looks very good. Especially when you're holding it in first person, you can really see just the texture fidelity, and a lot of the little details do show quite nicely with this weapon installed. The armor itself again is very lore friendly and fits into many characters for that reason. I definitely think it is going to have a great place in the game, as well as everything on this again is very high quality, even when you get very close up to the armor. At the end of the day, again, this is going to be a very high quality vanilla like mod that I definitely think is worth a download. So next up we have the Elite Knight for Skyrim Special Edition. This is actually a port of a mod that was a port from Dark Souls. As you can see, the armor itself is kind of a traditional knight or plate armor. It actually looks very similar to something you've probably seen in a lot of movies or other video games. For that reason, I think it has a great place in Skyrim Special Edition. It does kind of border that medieval feel with some of the knight and plate armors, although not having proper knights in the game really. That being those who are specialized on horseback and kind of own their own plots of land. Regardless, as you can see, this armor itself does look very high quality. It does include a shield and a sword along with the armor itself. This is almost in contrast to the first armor I did show you. That one is very vanilla feeling, while this one, although kind of having similar themes to what Skyrim otherwise would, it doesn't feel like something that would be in the vanilla game. It definitely looks like a modded piece of armor, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I definitely think it has a place in the game again, and it's going to be appropriate for certain characters or companions. And beyond all that, it is a pretty high quality armor, and definitely one of the cooler knight armors that we've seen so far for Skyrim. So maybe you don't like armor mods, maybe you just want an outfit mod. Well, I have something for you as well. We have the Northgirl Armor, which this is an armor, but it's not really an armor at the same time. This is more of an outfit that does go with a number of different northern environments in Skyrim and fit very well for female characters. I think this outfit does look very good, or if you want to call it an armor, whatever. Regardless, this one is extremely high quality and actually pretty modular. A lot of the different pieces of this armor you can add on or take off as you would like, depending on what kind of accessories you would like to have. Again, as I did say, I do really feel like this outfit is extremely well fitting for some of those northern regions of the game. It looks like something that would be particularly comfortable and even beyond that particularly warm, although not having a massive jacket on it. It does have a lot of those fur textures which look very good and very sharp. Obviously not going to be for everyone and being female only, but regardless, I definitely think this one in particular is going to be worth the download because it's not particularly slutty, but it's definitely a pretty tight outfit mod if you do want something like that. Next up, we do have enhanced lighting for ENB. Basically, this is a mod that's meant to improve some of the lighting, and although it can be used for ENB and when it was originally intended to be used with ENB, it doesn't have to be. It's meant to kind of give you the ability to spice up things a little bit. In the background, I do have a bit of a montage of crossing between the vanilla lighting effects and switching over to ELE and seeing the difference between them. Personally, I think ELE actually made a pretty big difference. When I first downloaded the mod and walked into the Skyrim world, I was pretty impressed by how much of a difference it actually made. I didn't have the highest hope for this mod, but after using this for a little while and actually reviewing some of the video, you really could see how big of a difference it does make in some instances, and especially considering this is available on Xbox One and lighting mods in general are pretty rare there. I definitely think this is going to be one of those ones that you should download. So last but not least, we have Luna. There's going to be a new companion or follower mod, and it's going to be a very interesting one. One, the companion itself looks absolutely amazing. I think the face work and really just the design of this companion in general is top notch. It really just does look so sharp and so good. Even beyond that, the kind of story behind her and some of her spells and stuff make her actually seem like a much more viable companion than some of the other options out there. She was doing work in some of the combat I did have her in, and it's really refreshing to see that. I don't know if there's any differences with the AI. I just think it's the way she's designed and the kit she does have does make her a little bit more viable due to the existing AI. Regardless, this one is very high quality. I definitely think it's worth a download, and it's available both on PC and Xbox One, which again is pretty rare for companion mods, which is unfortunate, but it's definitely going to be okay because, you know, this one's pretty good. I think you should download this one. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode of Skyrim Mods Weekly. If you guys did watch to this point in the video, comment bear down below. As always, thank you guys for watching again. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.